The way that I got interested in Pruitt Igoe is that I was working on a community project where I was driving by it every day. And it was this particular year that Pruitt Igoe really blossomed into this huge forest. In past years, it was kind of just a budding vacant lot. But this particular year, I really noticed that it was, a dense forest. This really triggered curiosity for me, and so I went in the Pruitt Igoe site and took photographs, and was just trying to analyze what was going on site. And while I was doing that, I was really fascinated about how much activity was happening inside this forest, how much wildlife, and how you were kind of cut off from the city. Like once you enter there, you don't really realize that you're in downtown St. Louis, that you're kind of in this oasis or kind of sanctuary. It looks like, a national park. It really has that feel. This is almost something that you would see at a hiking trails. It's a big enough space that it could be, it's really a sanctuary. I mean, we're in the middle of Pruitt Igoe right now, and you are completely cut off from what's happening around us. Another thing that kind of fascinated me was that Pruitt Igoe was this unnatural structure that was trying to house a community. And now Pruitt Igoe was nature. So what community could live there now? And I came up with bees. I thought bees were a great community to give sanctuary to because of colony collapse disorder. One aspect of beekeeping that I truly enjoy is that, bees function as a superorganism. They function as a community with a common goal. And since I'm an artist that's interested in community and working with community, working with bees has been a great way of contemplating and analyzing how communities function and how communities can be a superorganism. It was during one photo shoot, I was kind of photographing these wildflowers, and I just saw tons of insects, especially bees, pollinating these flowers. And that's how the Pruitt Igoe Bee Sanctuary was developed. So the beginning of this project was, a sanctuary for bees. I had to investigate if there was a model already out there to kind of to learn from. And I discovered the Luxembourg Gardens, which is located in Paris, France. So I had an opportunity to go there and analyze this project. And what I found really fascinating is that bees can be in public space. The Luxembourg Gardens have over 1 million bees in their sanctuary. Around the sanctuary was an orchard. So agriculture was part of the park. And that every year at the end of the season, they would harvest the honey and harvest the orchard and kind of have a farmer's market. So there was a component of sustainability and kind of a cycle in this program. So once I discovered that and kind of saw that as inspiration, I quickly kind of came back to St. Louis and started to kind of develop a plan. The goal is to take the site, and if you can imagine different sections of the site, one being an apiary, another section a program for urban gardening. The lamppost can be turned into a memorial sculpture. The site itself can be used for history, learning about, the history of Pruitt Igoe. Implementing an educational component in the park became a new addition to the proposal, and we developed a program in Old North St. Louis, where we invited students from the neighborhood to learn about beekeeping, urban gardening, as a creative strategy for addressing abandonment. One of the fascinating things about working with bees is that you realize it's not just one bee doing all the work. And this is not a master plan that I feel that, you know, it's one person's job to implement. I feel like I'm just one bee of a colony, and that there's other community leaders in St. Louis that have amazing programs. And I feel like if a conversation can happen where we can form a group, that we would be able to you know, come together and realize this goal of transformation for Pruitt Igoe and make it really a component of North St. Louis, and have it be something that we can be proud of and that could give back to the community and be a safe space for the community, be a place for education for the community. And so these are just, you know, things that I think that Pruitt Igoe has the potential of doing. What we hope to do is to take this pilot program and propose it to the city of St. Louis to kind of help spearhead this movement to save Pruitt Igoe and to transform it from one of the worst examples of public housing into a leading example of urban renewal.